Okay, so we're back in the hub where we ended the last episode. I've just stored a few items around in these alcoves. Did like a little bit of inventory management. Now we can head out and finish our exploration off. There's one more item we need to get from around here. So there's a gold key around here somewhere, we just need to find it. That might be it. Let's just double check. Yep, here we go. A gold key. Nico can carry that. Some decent pants and another torch. So let's check these out. Okay, so it's another item that Nico's already got. So let's see if someone back here wants it. No, it's not much use, we'll get rid of that. Now we'll carry on exploring the next part of the map. We'll progress north. As long as you hang right going through these tunnels, you'll head straight to this ladder. So it puts us here in this new area, Sleet Island. So the first thing we see here is a gun. When you pick this up it's a trap, so get ready. Just tuck yourself into an alcove where you'll be safe. Oops, I messed up with that attack. And these mummies won't be able to do a great deal to you. We've got quite a nice front line now for dealing with these guys. I suppose at this stage of the game they're not really supposed to be powerful. It's the fact there's lots of them which causes the problem. So that's that. We don't need this gun, but I'll just show you the stats. So I think it's the best gun you can find up to this point. I mean, 52 damage is pretty handy. I don't think there's anything else actually down here to find. It's just an ambush that you spring and that's that. And we end up back here. And even if you don't need the gun, it's useful to get the XP. There is one secret down here where you've got to stand on this trapdoor for a certain amount of time in order to make this gate open. I'm not sure we've got the energy levels yet to hold our breath for long enough, and also this guy is going to be attacking us as well, so we can't really solve that puzzle yet. I think it takes about 30 seconds of being stationary on that pad to actually solve it, so we can come back to that when we've got a bit more freedom. So here's the way we need to go. But we've got to solve another one of these stone puzzles first before it lets us through. So you press this to start the puzzle off. We can't go that way. So to get to the other side, which is over here, we have to go through here and push this back, which is technically in the opposite direction we want it to go. But that's just the nature of this puzzle. You have to kind of do it backwards to how I'd expect it to do. And what we want to do, we need this face over here to fire a beam and end up in this receptacle here, but with these two stones in the way, that's not going to happen. So we need to work our way around, trip with this secret button, which allows us to get behind here. There's a little bit of food, may as well feast on this now. And a rage potion recipe, so Jasmin can carry that. And we'll keep the box, we might need it later on for something or other. And our lockpick. We'll give that to Oliver. So I think we need to push this one out of the way now to open up the pathway between here and here. And that opens the door there. To go back, then you've got to go back around the secret passageway to get it into position. That should be enough to open the door. There you go, it's just opened. We've got some of these stone golem dudes to deal with. They do hit quite hard if you just let them tee off on you, so you have to be a little bit careful. We'll nab a few of these stones for a puzzle coming up. So with Jasmin's level up, I want to put a couple of points into water magic. I like the spell that you can cast to freeze enemies in a block of ice. It gives you a bit of a nice control, and also we need a ranged attack to pull enemies from a distance. So we'll just start off in water magic for now. A nice bit of free damage we got there. What did we win? Rage potion and a bit of food. Oh well. Better than nothing. So here's the entrance to a quite high level area called the Graveyard. And with a healing crystal just to the right here, we can afford to be a little bit more fast and loose in dealing with these guys. Just want to make sure Nico doesn't die here. Doesn't make a great deal of difference with the healing crystal being there, but I at least want the XP for the kill. Another recipe for anti-venom and antidote. That comes in useful later on when you start meeting those annoying enemies that deliver poison damage. Oops, wrong way. Yeah, so the next puzzle here is quite interesting. There's a pressure plate over here with a sign next to it called Danger. And there's actually two secrets here. When you activate the pressure plate, some teleporters appear and spawn some enemies in. And if you go into the teleporter, you access a secret area. But also, there's another secret within the secret you can find. So we'll try and trigger that here. So you throw the item, step, oops, let's kill these guys first. Poison damage is quite annoying. iron, but by the time we've dealt with these, the blue crystal will have activated again. Okay, let's crack on with this. So I'll do what I failed to do last time. So pick up our stone again. This time we'll do it right. So we throw, sidestep left and forward, and we end up here to get the storm seed herb, which is on this little island just to the side of where we activated the pressure plate. And we can climb back up the ladder here. I'll pick that up. And now we can access the kind of regular secret by just going in here and picking up some of this stuff. Our second skull. That's a nice damage boost. Here, even the winds are guided by him and them. Not too sure what that whisper sort of refers to. More bullets. The shock shield, we might be able to cast that later on. So it's concentration 3, air magic 3. And then to get out of here, you push the button in the corner there and step into one of these teleporters. And we end up back here again. And the healing crystal's back up now. So that storm seed orb we picked up there. It allows you to fire lightning bolts as long as you've got concentration 2. And it also gives you a bit of dex and a bit of energy. It's actually quite useful for Galden just to hold, just to get the benefit of the stats. Oh, Jasmin can actually use it. Let's look at what stats this gives. Energy plus 15, energy plus 5. Yeah, I suppose for now we can so I guess maybe because we don't even have the basic stats, we don't get the stat bonuses for it. That's a bit of a shame. But either way, Jasmin can hold on to it for now. At least she can actually use it. And we can use the ranged attack to pull enemies from a distance. So we can go on this side now. There's not much more to explore in this area. This is kind of more of a late game area here. We've got to work out how to open the door first. It says, unfortunately, the gate to the Great Pyramid was locked a long time ago by a strange kind of key. I'm afraid the key might be unrecoverable by now. So they don't say where the key is, but we will be finding it at some point. We might as well leave the note there as a reminder. So to cross here, you've got to push the secret button here. And it gives us access to quite a good item. It's an alchemy item which allows us to craft permanent stat increase potions. I think we might need alchemy 5 to use it. But with just one of them in our inventory, we don't want to use it anyway. We want to keep it there so the alchemist multiplication will kick in and we'll start to get bonus flowers. Yeah, that's quite a useful clue. The first 4 shrines are kind of out in the open. It's just telling you if you want to find the 5th one, you'll have to do a little bit of hard work. If we jump in here, you can see this force field hiding a treasure. I think there's a chest down there. But we can't get to it unless we sort of unlock the force field. So to do that, you have to press another secret button. And it's one of the most secret buttons in the game. It's actually hidden really well on the wall here, you can just see it. That deactivates the force field. Let's see if we can have a quick dive down, pick it up, and get out before those underwater guys turn up and start attacking us. So we get part of the mirror set. Protection +8, resist all +5. Pretty handy. So I think it's a solid replacement for this leather stuff. Nico doesn't really need the resist all, but maybe we can do a swap with Oliver. Yeah, so we'll get rid of those. And maybe do the switch. As Oliver's resistance and Nico's resistances are quite high as they are, so Oliver benefits more. Yeah, this is telling you to head east to speak to another one of these heads, which gives you a clue on how to get to the island in the middle. But we won't be doing that yet. So what else can we do here? Yeah, I think we'll bail for now. Ignore him. As we can't attack underwater, we don't have an item to do that. So we could do a quick trip into the cemetery just to grab a few little bits and pieces there. Kill a couple of guys. And this weapon of Oliver's takes a long charge up. Yeah, I thought I could hear one sneaking up behind. Right, I think we're... Yeah, so this item behind here is definitely worth unlocking if you need a one-handed strength weapon. I think it's almost like the second best weapon in the game. And you have access to it after maybe 3 or 4 hours of in-game time. I think there's one weapon you find near the end, just before the final boss, which is better than this one. So yeah, if you need a one-handed strength weapon, definitely unlock this right now. It's just so good. Yeah, we can't open that until later on. Yeah, there's a few graves here. You can dig them up, potentially, for either an enemy or a random item. These guys do hit quite hard for this part of the game, so you don't want to mess around. Let's just heal Nico up a little bit. Yeah, this area is sort of is a little bit more high level than we're kind of used to. So definitely take it easy with these guys. Took a few hits and that one didn't give us anything. So there's a big puzzle here to solve which opens the main area of the graveyard. As this sign mentions, the gate was closed and the answers were sealed in the archives. So we have to actually go to the archives first, which is way in this direction, before we can open this or solve this puzzle. So second grave here. got him stunned here, so ideally we can dish up a lot of damage while he's not fighting back. Nice, it's a level up for Galden. And again for now I think I'll just go for max damage at this stage. So that's an extra 20% damage, and now we've got 5 levels in it. We can wield two-handed weapons in one hand. As it happens, I've not got a two-handed weapon yet, but once I get one it also means I could equip a shield if I wanted to. Although being on the back line, a shield's not the most useful thing. But sometimes shields give like some bonus stats as well. So even if we don't technically get the full benefit of the shield, we can still use one. So, that's just a bit of lore really. I don't think it's any kind of clue. Knowledge flourishes on the island. Decay and death have fed its growth. Another crystal flower. Good stuff. Let's do a bit more grave digging. So we found ammunition. Yay! A locked chest. Fantastic, just what I wanted. More ammo. Is that all? It's a bit stingy. What else have we got? No more graves. We've got a final one here to dig. Another skull. That's fantastic. Each bit of strength we have also increases our carry burden. So it just went up a little bit there. So yeah, definitely worth coming to this area before we can actually progress deep into it. Got some nice little stat boosts there. Right, so where now? It'll be time for Keel Breach Bog soon, which is the next real area to go in. So we've still got this puzzle down here, which I don't think was sort of strong enough to solve yet. 30 seconds underwater is quite a long time. Especially when there's some guy attacking us. A couple of letters here. It's just giving us a general description of the area, telling us what's to the north, what's to the east and west and so on. So we'll keep that one, won't do any harm. And this is an island map. There's quite a lot of useful information on here. You notice this here is the bridge that wasn't there. This is the bridge that we can make appear later on. It just kind of foreshadows it by showing it on this map. There's also a slight clue up here as well, which I won't get to just yet. But yeah, I think there's 2 things to see on here that really matter. I'm not sure there's anything else. But we'll definitely keep that map. It's more useful than it seems. Might be an item or 2 to loot around here, I can't remember. So it mentions here, I am the guardian of the bridge, wake me up. So if you whack him with something, this little passageway appears. Yeah, so just like the cemeteries on this side, this is also the way to the ruins of Desaroon. And what should we do here? Is it worth jumping in? Yeah, go on. Let's have a little look around. Another note. A treasure chest long lost, guarded by the four fallen spirits in the bog. We'll be going to the bog next, so we can solve this puzzle relatively quickly. And a tribal shield. It gives a bit of evasion. And given Oliver's only got a one-handed weapon, we can give him that without any real loss of combat effectiveness. And if we run straight across here, we can get back to this ladder here. Assuming there's no pesky enemies in the way. Okay guys, I think I'll call the episode here. We're going to head straight down now to here and then to Keelbreach Bog. So I think when you rejoin, I'll go to this part of the game off camera. The next episode will start from this square down here. Right, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.